head into the boat and have a general look around. There's some little bits of areas, little areas we need to really have a look at today. I want to get some real information on what we've got, steering wise, parts wise. Now, here we are. We're in the helm. So let's have a little look what we've got. Looking around. This can be seriously brought back. Yeah. Look at this. It's just amazing. Looking down here. Right. Let's have a little recap and see what we've got. Now, look at this little lot. We're looking at the electrics in the pilot section of the helm where the control panel is. Now, if we look at some of these cables, some of these wires here, I mean, look at them. They are just, you know, a lot of these are original, and I'd say a lot of these have been added on in around 2008, and these are going to be lovely long runs, and we will be keeping these. It will all be stripped out. Everything here, everything you see is coming out. And look what we've got there. Look at that. Trim tab deflection. I mean, brilliant. And now we have the very steep stairway down. 3 steps. Take your life in your own hands if you're at sea. These are lovely, but I think they're too steep. They're a lovely set of steps, but do they need to be that steep? We've got an original shower floor which goes into the bilge. Basically, this is how this used to work. They'd have a shower. There's a little shower head over there, let me look. They'd have a shower, and then the water would just go straight down to the bilge, and the bilge pump would deal with it. That's not going to happen. That plate will come out, and we'll put a proper shower unit in the base, but the plate will go back because it's a fantastic looking piece of kit. And yeah, I wonder if Prince Philip ever used this loo. Pump out handle. I wonder, you know, if you ever looked in these mirrors, and you know, probably not. And here we have hydraulics. Now, we do have some nice kit here, but are we going to keep it? I think so. This is your all durable. Make sure we don't have any leaks there. I think they'll be stripped and resealed, to be honest. Diesel tank, still in good order. Again, water in there. Have to pump that out next time we're up. At these rails here, which it does look possible that we can take these rails in the next week, pick them up and put them on top of the boat on the opposite side, so we can actually see that, yeah, we can see they're going to fit. I think we're going to have to put some pipe lagging around them, and then the mast, which is at the back there, that will look to me like it will go on the rear of the boat, on the after section. So that's looking pretty good as well. I'll stand back a little bit. You can see where the blue section on the top, just like it was in its heyday. You can then see there's a white below that, and then that's where the red start. Unfortunately, we can still see where the red actually separates from the white to the blue, so we can keep our pattern. And someone spent a long time basically prepping this, and they've done quite a good job. And the hull itself looks immense. It looks brilliant. The exhaust ports for the Cummins engine is incredible. We will have to reduce them, but we'll keep the ports, we'll just reduce them. There's some little bits and pieces here we're going to need to weld up and then blast down. Holes in the back which I can't see us put a board on the back of this. It's already 40 foot, you know. It's you know, and there's a bit here. I mean, what's this all about? You know, whatever that is all about. Something to hold ropes. And now we come onto the port side, and again it's looking absolutely tremendous. Going to get stuff ready. I think it's going to be quite a difficult morning. I'm on my own today, so pretty much I'm going to be doing most of it. I did have a friend who's going to come with us today, but he's getting ready for his holiday, and I'm just looking what's inside this glove. I just bought some gloves, so we're going to need them. Bloody hell, look. Why can't they just not packaging? Look at this. How to wear gloves. Well, the world's gone mad, isn't it? How to wear gloves. Here we go. This one goes on that hand, and this one goes on that hand. And in the back here, we've got pipe insulation. You're probably wondering why we're not rebuilding the boat, but when the frame goes on the top ready for lifting, I think it might have been, you know, it's a good idea just to put this on, and so we've got a bit of protection. So let's get going, shall we? Let's get going. They don't separate today. I'm glad you can't see this bit. Right, now let's see what we like. That, yeah, I can pull that up. I can get a rope. Whee, look at that. What's up? Apart from this hook on the end, but I can live with that. Now, we'll tie it to something down the other side. And do you know what? Once we've done that, I think we've got it. My God, that was easier than I thought. That was easier than I thought. It's just awkward. It's just awkward. Right. Let's go on the other side. This boat. If we can get that bit secured. Then on the other side, we've got one done. Now we just need strapping down. Next one to do. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okie dokie. That's one done. It's not secure yet, but to be honest, I don't think I'm going to worry about that. I've just looked at this. I just realised that this rail, it's typical, is actually going behind these supports. So I've got to pull the whole thing completely out. Oh, I'll keep that bit of rope. Don't matter, so I've got to get past this rope anyway. Okay, let's go. I'm going to have a 5-minute breather. You know what, I think I just got to get it done. Right, I've just had a go at that one rail, and to be honest, it's not that bad. I think I could both go on the same side. I really want to see how heavy the masters like that. There's a bend in that rail. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to film this because I think this could break all the health and safety rules in the world. They're not actually that heavy. They're just awkward. So I think if I put some decent tape around, that's pretty much how it's going to stay for a while anyway. And we're up so far. Last bit. What I want to do is try and get this here on the strap, and I'm going to be cheeky and strap it to this. Oh, just one small problem. I haven't actually put the strap up. Oh God. Well, I had to lose a bit of weight. I'm definitely doing it. Round 2. You didn't see any of that. That was miraculously, that got itself up there, all of it, and it's definitely there, isn't it? I mean, it's all the heavy bits are on, apart from the mast at the back, but the mast at the back isn't going to be too bad, so we're going to get down to that in a minute. We'll get some breath back. It's definitely a good workout today. I reckon he's down to them gloves myself. There you go. I'm quite pleased with that. Strapped down, a little bit of gaffer tape in, and I think, yeah, then we're inside. The inside stuff is just laying down flat. We're going to have a look see the diesel tank. Can I have this, sir? Let me show you this bit, sir. Another wonderful pump toilet, and a handle and everything. Rough seat. Proper size, ladies love proper size. I don't know if they're going to like the pump foot pedal bit, but there you go. Right, this is it until the 4th of October. That was a piece of cake. Done. Good morning. Right. It's actually early in the morning at the moment, and there's one thing that's bugging me. On the front of this boat is a hatch, and it had a window type with a frame, which I'll show you a picture of later. But I don't understand what it's actually used for, because when you're inside the boat, there's a bulkhead, so you can't even this sort of like smoked effect window. I don't know what it's achieving, so we're going to have a look. Right, as you can see, we haven't got the rails on yet, but we can hold on to them. This is it. What is it? I'll have to get a torch. I'll just get my phone on actually. What is it? Let me get a torch. You're going to want to see this, I know you are. But I want to have the horrifying look first. So, torch. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to have another look. Holy Moses. Holy Moses. It's got to be... That's full up. I mean... Holy shit. Excuse my French. Oh dear. Can you see that? I don't think you can see it. Okay, in there a bit more. That is absolutely full. Full. I'm going to have to go and get a pump and a power supply. It's got to come out, and then we're going to have to seal that at some point. But being a racing boat, when it had it did used to have an anchor on the front of one stage in its life, and that was taken off, and you can see inside where the chain locker has been removed. So we need to purpose it, and you can't. It's this whole section here. You can't not waste all that space. But at the same time, that is actually a built-in safety. It's a built-in safety to for the bow. If it hits something, that's what it's there for. There's a bulkhead on the inside to protect the boat, and that's why all the water's being held. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I have to give it a thought. Okay, we'll see. This is the bulkhead, which is absolutely full of water. So if we look at it, it's what do you do? I mean, it's got to be, I'd say that's 6 foot, maybe 5 foot, but it's full. And in the good old days, when it's had an anchor, it came through here somewhere. So yeah, I don't really know. It's going to be a case of, you know, I don't want to waste that space. It's just, there's too much space here to waste. Now, you got to consider, are we going to put an anchor on this? Because, and if we are, I'm having that basically that fancy chrome fitting come smoked glass re-chromed, and it can go somewhere else, I suppose. But yeah, really, is it going to become a chain locker again? If it is going to become a chain locker, as soon as I empty it out, we're going to have to start thinking about putting a drain plug in from the outside, and because it's never going to be a race boat, and I think that was all done for impact, so impact protection. So yeah, it's going to be another one on the thinking list, isn't it? I mean, there's so many things to think about with this ship, but yeah, it's, you know, it's all doable stuff. It's all doable. Yeah, look at this. Well, haven't really made much of a start, have I? If you look here, we're just in the aft of the boat, taking out any water we can, which so far we've taken out probably, I don't know, a couple of 100 litres. Now you can see that this, if you look at this here, this is straight out from the toilet. So this is a sea toilet, and it was fitted with a valve for your outflow. And if you look at this bit here, trying to focus because I'm using my phone, this is the inlet. So when you pump the water, that pumps water in and pumps water out. So it's got like a valve built to the loo, and basically in this pipe through out into the ocean, and then this pipe here through in clean water into the loo. Now the surprises are getting bigger. Down here we have a crossover valve. So what this is doing, this is either sending, if you're inland and you're in the river, you will use, try and get some light view, you'll use this valve. This valve here, this valve is a changeover valve. So basically the white pipe you see coming from this side is going to a holding tank, and then the green pipe going this side is going out to another sea valve, which will be this side of in the hull. So I think that is a tremendously good idea, because if this does go to sea, there's nothing stopping you from operating that valve and having the sea valve. And the reason the seacock is basically come through here straight up behind. It's probably this one here, and the reason they put a loop into this is because it starts off below the water level, so water will push up through the pipe and then it will come up here, and hopefully it will stop before it gets to this point. But they put the loop in higher than the water level, and then into the outside basically the pump outside of the toilet, to stop a siphon effect, like if you're siphoning water. So that's what it's all about. This basically stops the siphoning effect. I think we're sort of getting the gist of where things are, even though we haven't even started to clear up yet properly. It's because we keep getting waylaid on other stuff. But we will do, we'll get there. But the main thing is we are sussing out how these pipes work, and then the tanks are fitted, all usable, don't have to move them. We've got a holding tank, don't have to purchase a holding tank. We've got bilge pumps, which will probably still work either side. As for showers and stuff, when they go in eventually, they'll be modern. And I think also the toilets may be modern as well. I'm looking at them, I think, you know what? Women don't want to be sitting there. I mean, they like full-size toilets and they like full-size things, but do you want to be sitting there pumping on a pedal? You know, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think if you were to come out and have a date and you got your boat and you go, come on, I've got a great boat, blah, 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 and she needs to go to the loo, and then she's in there pumping the foot pedal. Nah. No, it ain't gonna do it, is it? No. I think, yeah, we're converted to electric flush. Yeah. Bzzz. Done. That's the plan. I'll put it on a shopping list for the other 9 million items I've got to do. That's so helpful. Catch you soon. Just going to have a recap on what we haven't actually achieved so far. Well, you can't say haven't achieved, because we have actually pumped out more water from the bottom of this boat than you would get in a small swimming pool, and we've still got about the same to do again. So that means, which is, I know it sounds like a crappy job, but it's given us weight, which is allowing us more weight on the boat, because the boat's lifted in, no problem, we know we can get it on. I've done probably 200-300 kilos of water, and I've still got another 200 or 300 to do. It's over half a ton, you know, of extra weight which came with this, and with all the boards and bits and pieces and stuff, and the fact that we're going to end up changing things like toilets and stuff, and things are going to become lighter, if anything. Yeah, we've got to put a galley in beds and cupboards and stuff, but we've got like 3 or 4 sheets of marine ply down there. They weigh a ton. We're not going to use all that. We will use a lot of it, but not all of it. So yeah, it's not been too bad really, this visit, and I know what, I'm going to be here early sometime during the week, and I'm just going to make a bit of a hit on everything else quickly, and because we've got to get somewhere where we can start on it, but it's just so much. I didn't bank on pumping out an Olympic swimming pool, do you know what I mean? I didn't bank on that, and I didn't bank on having a stand-up bath in the front of the boat where the chain locker is, you know, and it's 6 foot deep. I mean, you can stand it and wash your, you know, you can wash your toes in the air at the same time. It's just, blimey, I've got to pump all that out. Next time, I'm going to get a pump, I can just chuck it in there and just switch it on, bing, bing bang bosh, and let it just pump out, and hopefully. Today, we're going to be attacking the control panel in the wheelhouse. We're ripping everything out we can. We need that space because we can't start putting things in. Everything runs through there, and anything we can attack. Maybe all the valves so they're ready to come off. Take some doors off, get stuff out of our way. So, let's go. And this is where I put the power board. Basically, it's completely mobile board. We can just disconnect it and move it somewhere else if we need to. And down at the bottom here, just have a look, this is where I was talking about putting the bond to the frame of the boat so we have complete earth protection. One door, no need for it to be on. Coming out, there we go. Where am I going to put a door? We'll put it here. Right. Door off. Everything in this room is going to come out, including the toilet, the whole lot. We can have the floors up and we can get to them other valves, which are there. That's going to be a fun day. I want to have a look at now. It's just look at this, like the amount of cable in here. It is unbelievable, isn't it? You might as well just have a look, see if you've got anything hidden, what's useful, because this is all coming out, the whole lot. Just literally, oh my god, look at it all. Look. Literally, I'm not even going to bother, I'm just going to cut them all off. It's no point in having any of it. I might keep the panel. There's always one in there. Come on. Yes, we have it. Now, believe it or not, when all this goes back together, it's going to look like this again. But this panel, what I'll probably do is I'll copy the panel size and it'll be a new, just put a new one in. I don't know. I mean, this was May 11th, 1995. Just here, look, May 11th, 1995. Visitor Centre. Look at this. This wasn't even, someone's nicked this. This is a stolen piece of kit from the visitors. What's else on the back of this? Visitor Centre. I can't wait to take these out and we'll have a look. Let's just... When these boats were built, if you do it in today's money, I think it worked out something ridiculous, like £26,000 per foot. And they were going around nicking stuff to put on the boat. Times haven't changed much, have they? The rest of these were just put out from below. So There's quite a few. Still more ripping out to do on this. But yeah, it's definitely getting there. What's bugging me at the moment is I'm curious about that plate. Where did it come from? Oh, fuck. Here we go. Yeah. Well, I thought I see something yesterday. That's a ring. Let's have a look. What was you looking at? Is it a German? Hang on. Need to clean it, wipe it off a bit. Let me wipe this off. Got a little pirate on it. Well, it's skull and crossbones, I would say. I don't know what that is. It's not German. It's all mucky. Wow. Silver. That looks like a Templar ring. Like a Mason's ring or something. It's heavy. Oh, let's give it a go. Wow. The pirate's starting to fund their own refit, you know. Just thinking. I mean, I found some strange things on this boat, you know. I've never found a silver ring in a boat. I don't know, that's the first time ever. And another little story now. What would you say if you go out with your mates or something and they say, you know what, that's a lovely ring. You got there, and I say, yeah. And they say, oh, where'd you get it from? I say, well, I found it under a toilet actually, on my boat. That ain't gonna work, that, is it? Gotta make up something better than that. Yeah, it's a gift. I don't know. It might be symbolic, that's the trouble. You might get in trouble wearing that. People might see that and think, oh, he's a member of this. You know what, I think that's just gonna go in my little collection pot. I'm gonna get it cleaned up a couple of weeks' time and I'll show it to you. And obviously, yeah. How weird is that? Well, there goes my light. Right, let's get on. Now down here is going to be real fun. We've got sensors, we've got valves, we've got a lot of stuff going on in here, a lot of stuff. This is for next time. I will put some updates on as we go, but this is definitely for next time. We need to get to this area at some point. We need to mount an engine control panel there on that wall, which I'll show you shortly, because I cannot reach the camera from here. I'm too far away. No, I can't do it. Basically, all I managed to do is move the junk from one, it's not junk, it's actually very expensive stuff. But I just moved it from one place to another. So I need to get to this. And relatively soon. Batteries here, engine here, props there, exhaust following the normal route. Okay, what have we found in the bilges? Jabasco bilge pump. Very expensive in its day. Hope that still works. Torch. You never know. You just never know. You need a torch. Emergency lipstick. This can hang around your neck, just in case you need to do a quick touch up. Or obviously the shape of it, you could slip it in your pocket. You know, use your imagination. New tools. Resin. Obviously bought off Timo, because it was obviously looking a lot bigger in the picture than it really was. And last but not least, we have the Godfather Mafia style ring, which was lost in a shower probably, or at least 9 years ago. Well, we're doing great. this is important. Tea. English tea. Actually, that's coffee today. I couldn't be bothered with the tea bags. Welcome to 225. It's high up here, isn't it? Wow. We seem to be surrounded by wood. And a lot of it. Well, let's get cracking.